out like your dream of making money from anywhere as a freelance copywriter is just too far out of reach? Listen, you're a talented mom and you love words and writing, but it's really hard when people walk around putting copywriters in the same group as starving artists and ask you questions like, well, when have words ever paid the bills? You love the idea of being able to work from home, but where do you even begin? And you can't help but start to wonder, well, maybe this is only for people who are more talented or have more money or more experience than I. Or maybe it's only for people who are well known and have a big following on social media. Where does that leave you, right? You feel like you're never going to get ahead. Cash is tight and you're stressed about money, especially this time of year. Just once, you'd love to be able to splurge out of the blue and get a big ticket item your kid wants and surprise them without feeling guilty or like it's a major stretch on your budget. And treating yourself? Yeah, right. You're the last person you'd splurge on because everyone else always comes first. In fact, you're willing to do all kinds of hard things and sacrifice what you love to take care of the people you love. Can you relate to any of that? Does any of that sound familiar? Here's the thing. What if you've been going about it all backwards? What if, instead of gutting it out and putting yourself last, leaning into what you actually love to do is the answer? In today's video, I want to talk about how to leverage doing what you love to write your way to freedom as a freelance copywriter. And I'm also going to tell you about the 7 steps to launching freelance copywriting services and making money as a freelance copywriter. So let's go ahead and dive right in. This channel is devoted to wordy mamas who want freedom. You'll find all kinds of tips, tricks, and strategies to help you grow your freelancing business. Don't forget to subscribe and follow this channel so you get notified when we go live. So all those questions and preconceived notions about freelance copywriting that I just mentioned, I'm personally familiar with all of them. In 2017, I was in a place where I needed to make something happen to generate income for my family. But I was just an Iowa farm wife with 0 social following and janky Wi-Fi. I graduated from a small town school with only 31 people in my graduating class. What could I even do? Most people where I'm from would have just told me to put on my big girl pants and go out and get a job. That's what everyone else was doing. And of course, I thought about it. Of course I did. When your family's in a tough spot, you think about all kinds of things, am I right? But I didn't really like any of the options I came up with. For one thing, I live in a really rural area. If I wanted to stay local, there weren't that many good paying jobs that I would qualify for. I have a degree in journalism and mass communications, but small town newspapers just don't pay that well. Or I could travel to a larger area to find a better job, but that would mean that I'd be commuting an hour both ways, 5 days a week, and I'd probably have to start at the bottom because I hadn't been in the workforce for 16 years. I didn't love either of those options. They left me with kind of a sick feeling inside because I really didn't want to be gone from my kids that much. What I wanted was to be able to keep working from home so I could be with my kids and spend more time with them. I also didn't love the idea of someone else telling me what to do and controlling what I earned and my time, but I didn't know how to start. I didn't know how these other people that I could see online were making money from home. So I started looking. I started poking around and I noticed that a lot of them were doing social media management. And I decided that that's what I'd do too. If it worked for them, it could work for me. So I learned all about it and I dove in head first, but I hated it. I did not enjoy doing social media management. But for 6 months, I kept at it because I didn't know what else to do. And in those 6 months, I burned out so bad. I was working 80+ hours a week, serving low-paying clients and doing things I did not enjoy. But I mean, that's what us moms do, right? We sacrifice and we do what we think we must in order to take care of the people that we love. I was making money, so I couldn't complain, right? But here's the problem. It wasn't actually getting me what I wanted. I was working so much that I was spending less time with my kids now, not more. And that made me miserable. Everyone was miserable, right? And if that's what being an entrepreneur was going to be like, I decided I didn't want it. I almost convinced myself that I wasn't cut out to have my own business or be an entrepreneur. I had just about decided to throw in the towel and go out and get that job when my husband had a come to Jesus moment with me. He sat me down one morning when I was on the verge of a total meltdown, and he said, "You have to stop." And I thought he was telling me, you have to stop trying to make this online business thing work, but no. He said, you have to stop trying to do everything. This is not why we decided to build an online business. You're exhausted and stressed, and we miss you. Then he got eye to eye with me just so that I would really hear him. And he said, make no mistake. I 100% believe you can do this. Whatever it takes, we'll figure it out. Whatever you need. but it's time to stop putting yourself last and start doing what you love instead. And in that moment, it was like I finally had the permission to do what I loved that I wasn't able to give myself. I decided to give entrepreneurship one more try, but this time I was going to do what I actually enjoyed. I was going to write, and that's when everything changed. It was only when I zeroed in on what I loved doing that I was able to build a business that's been generating multiple six figures a year for the last 6 years in a row. And that's what I want for you too. I want you to know that it is possible for you to build a business and make money while actually loving what you do. I don't want to just talk about how I did it, because honestly, it's inspirational, but it's not all that helpful. And I don't want to just tell you it can be done, because I want to help you by actually helping you, right? Like, I can tell you all the stories and get all woo-woo on you, but I want to actually help you. That's why for the rest of this video, I'm going to give you my 7-step process to launching freelance copywriting services so that you know exactly what you need to do to get started. Are you ready? Okay. Step number 1 to launching freelance copywriting services so you can write your way to freedom and make money from anywhere, all while doing what you love, is to dial in on your why. So sit down, take some time to consider why you love writing and what your reasons are for wanting to build a business as a freelance copywriter. Grab your journal if you have one, get out a Word document if you don't, but you have reasons, and there's no right or wrong answer, but the reason it's important to do this is because those reasons are the motivating factors that will keep you going even when things get challenging. And things do get challenging. If you don't have a clear why in front of you that you can focus on to help you stay motivated and in momentum, it's easy to put your dreams on the back burner or give up on them when things get tough. All right, step number 2, the second step to getting started as a freelance copywriter, actually has nothing to do with writing and everything to do with prepping your mindset for success. You might think, well, that doesn't sound very helpful, Christa, but what I've learned throughout the years in my own business and what I've seen in other people's businesses is that your business can only grow to the level of your mindset. And the best way to make sure your mindset's on target is to banish any limiting beliefs that you have. Limiting beliefs are literal poison for your business. They'll keep you stuck and stopped in your tracks when you should be moving forward. So sit down, make a list of your limiting beliefs. Just call them out. Just do it. Calling them out, exposing them to the light of day will help shrink them down to size. Then replace those limiting beliefs with truth statements that you can focus on instead. Do this as many times as you need to, and you're probably going to need to do it more than once because our brains are tricky. They're designed to help us stay safe, so they'll keep popping them into our heads. But safe isn't always what will move the needle for success. Step number 3 is to decide what you want your services to look like. I call this building your business by design. You're going to want to get clear on what type of copy services you want to offer and what kind of results you can get for clients. This will help you be able to attract the right kind of clients for you while ensuring you're actually doing things you enjoy. And think about the practical things too, like how many hours do you want to work per week and what do you want your working day to look like? The more clear you can get around how you want your work, your business, your life to look, the easier it's going to be to achieve that, because you can't achieve a goal that you never set, right? Step number 4, you want to set your rates. Avoid those deer in the headlights moments when talking to clients by determining what you'll charge before you ever have that conversation. Consider how much you want to make and how many hours you'd like to work. And if you want my best advice about pricing, don't charge per word or per hour. Those pricing structures only punish people who are good at what they do. Charge per project. And remember, the price you set today shouldn't be your forever pricing. As you grow your skill set and level up your results, raise your rates. Step 5 to starting freelance copywriting services is to identify who your ideal clients are. Not every person will be a good fit to work with. Who do you want to write for? What types of businesses or industries light you up? So many new freelance copywriters make the mistake of not thinking about who they want to write for, and they end up having to settle for whatever comes their way, which isn't always great. If you don't get clear on who you want to work with, you'll end up working with a lot of clients of the other kind while you figure it out. So think about who your dream client is now so you can start attracting them to you. Now, I'm not talking about manifesting clients. I'm talking about attracting the right clients to you by the things you say and the places you show up online. Step 6 is optimize your social media profiles. By the time you get to step 6, you have clarity on the types of services you want to offer, what you want to charge, and who you want to write for. Now you just need a place to start showing up and attracting attention to your services. And social media is a great place to begin. But what are people going to see when they visit your profiles? Will they be able to tell who you help, how you help them, and what kind of results you can get? If not, it's time to edit those banner images and profile descriptions to include info on what you do, who you serve, and how someone can connect with you. And finally, step number 7 is to create a clear communication statement you can rattle off the top of your head whenever anyone asks you what you do. I call this your focus statement because this statement focuses all communication with your ideal client from that moment forward. Some people call this the elevator speech as well, but since we're online service providers, the chances we'll be in an elevator with very many of our prospective clients anytime soon is slim. So I call it a focus statement instead. So let me recap those 7 steps for you really quickly. To launch freelance copywriting services and start making money doing what you love, do the following steps to get off to a great start. Step 1, uncover your why. Step 2, banish those limiting beliefs. Step 3, build your business by design. Step 4, set your rates. Step 5, identify your ideal clients. Step 6, optimize your social media profiles. Step 7, write your focus statement. So what do you think? Are you ready to stop putting yourself last and start building a business doing something you actually love? Walking through this 7-step framework will help set you up for success by giving you clarity on your business and your services, so you can communicate clearly about what you do to the people you want to serve. Your passion for what you love doing is going to shine through, and I can't wait to see you get yourself out there. Remember, this channel is for all the Wordy Mamas out there who want to start making money as freelance copywriters and need help getting started. This channel is packed with strategies, hacks, and tips for freelance copywriting mamas who want to scale from 0 to 6 figures and beyond. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the bell so that you get notified when new videos go live.